Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm gonna show you the details of the new Opel Grandland. So this is the new generation model, and as you can see we have the Opel's new design language. It looks so good. On the front you can see the new grille, the 3D visor with the Opel logo that is illuminated. So I will lock and unlock the car once again so that you can see, and then the lights that are connected with those parts here. Speaking about lights, so now let's open the car and unlock it actually. So here you see the INTELLI-LUX HD lights with over 50,000 elements, making your life much easier during the night drives. So very impressive technology. I really love this shape of the bonnet, and you can also see this when you are driving. It gives you the powerful feeling, I would say. And the name of this color is Grafik gray. I think it definitely suits the car so well. Of course, you can also go for the other options. Speaking about trims, there are two trims available, either the Edition or GS. So this is the GS. And let me show you the side profile. The car sits on the STLA medium platform. 4 meters 65 is the length of the car, 173 millimeters longer than the predecessor. And let me show you the wheels. So these are the 19-inch wheels, 225/55 R19 dual tone, and Michelin tires on this one. We have the wheel arches, giving it more robust look. And this car also has the dual tone, so as you can see, black mirror caps and roof, and then the Grafik gray color for the rest of the car. Interesting shape here for the C-pillar, very pronounced roof spoiler. And now I will unlock the car to show you the taillights. So look at this, the illuminated Opel lettering, giving it so much presence on the road, and then the lights, the tail lights that are connected. And yeah, overall very nice styling, definitely unique. And also one cool detail is that the Grandland lettering is integrated into this tailgate, which is, by the way, as you can see, very wide, giving you nice access. Now let's unlock the car once again, and I will open the tailgate. We can do it with the key. There we go. And here, lots of room, 550 liters. We have the dual floor, so as you can see, and then we can put this to lower position as well. There we go. When you fold the seats, 1,645 liters of space. So really a practical car. You have the hooks for your shopping bags on the sides, and here you can notice the 12-volt power supply. We can close the tailgate here, for example. You can also, of course, do it with the key. And yeah, I think now we are ready to check out the interior of the car. Again, I'm a big fan of this new styling from Opel. Now we move on to the interior, where you can also notice that the car is really unique with those dual screen layouts, 16-inch screen in the middle, and you have the special box over there, which I'll of course show you. GS lettering, lovely pattern for those seats that are really comfortable. And before we enter, let me just show you here the door panel with the standard buttons, of course, but also you can notice that we have the air vent here, Focal sound system, and the door pocket that has those special sections here. So for example, for the bottle. And now let's see it from driver's perspective. Here is your view as a driver with the wider angle now. So you see the 3-spoke steering wheel, lovely digital cockpit, the 10-inch one, and here the 16-inch touchscreen. I also love the design of this middle section. And now let's start the car by pressing the start button, which is over there. There we go, comes to life. I will now change the view and show you more details. All right then. the steering wheel with the physical buttons, and then here in front of us we have the digital cockpit. You can customize the views that you have here. Also we have the head-up display as well. 16-inch touchscreen. Also you can customize all the things in here. I will show you that as well. Some lovely ambient lights. Then the AC controls, which are on switches. So huge thumb up from me, because we do have 16-inch touchscreen and yet the AC is controlled on the physical buttons. So definitely good job by Opel. And you can also change the temperature here, as you can see, and also on the screen, the air blower. But again, you do have the physical buttons for it. So definitely, again, huge thumb up. Then the volume knob is here, so the physical one, and you also have some buttons here as well. Hazard lights and the lock button. You have the air vent here, and also of course on the sides, but also here in the door panels. So very interesting design for that. This is the so-called pixel box, and as you can see, this is transparent, so you can see your phone while it is charging, for example. And then you will see it, so when you are going away from the car, I mean when you go out, you will see that the phone is here, so you will pick it up. USB-C ports and some storage area, and also nice clean design when you close this. Here is the minimalistic gear selector for the electrified dual clutch automatic transmission, and then you can play with those in here. So the cup holders that are adjustable, drive mode selector, so you have normal, sport and eco driving modes. It's easy to change them with this button. And then additional room here in the lower section, quite a lot of room actually. Let me try to show you from different angle. There we go. And also you have the 12-volt power supply. Now speaking about room, huge amount of room here as well. And the glove compartment, there we go, decent in size. And now we are ready to check out the infotainment system. So you can customize pretty much everything in here. So as you can see, these are all the pages that you can create actually. So I've created those, and you can add page, and you can customize everything that you see here. And then on this one, you also have various things, and also on the sides you have this with the temperature, and press this, you go into the menu for the AC. Press this, you go back to the home menu. Again, physical buttons for the AC. You have the shortcuts here for the driver assist systems. This car is packed with technology, and then you can have different functions here. You can also have the favorite shortcuts actually. So for example, excessive speed warning is already in shortcuts. So if we press this, now you can easily access those things that you put on your shortcuts. And let's go back by pushing the home button here. Application drawer, you have a lot of options in here. So we can turn on the heating of the seats and adjust it, also for the passenger as well. And now I want to show you the settings, because there are a lot of customizations when it comes to display and screen. So screen colors, you can have different screen colors. Now you see that the theme is different. There's also this red one, there we go, and a lot of options. Tell me in the comments which one would you take and put. So I will now put this blue, I quite like it. There we go. Goes very well with the ambient lights in blue. And speaking about those, You have a bunch of colors available, and you see the lights are there also, so you have this illuminated, and this will be very cool during the night. Stay tuned for the night point of view drive, by the way, speaking about that. So it is coming, and I think you will enjoy it. So 8 colors are available. And I will put again the blue one. Next up, display customization. So now you can customize driver information or touchscreen. So let's customize the touchscreen. And you see here we have 3 pages, and you can add the page. And now you can add all those things. So this is really cool, and it's nice that you can, customize it based on what you use the most. For example, so now we are creating a whole new page, and we can, I don't know, do this. For example, it will ask you if you want to save the changes. Press save, and now it is saving this page. And same goes for the driver's display. So you see we have different things. We can customize the digital cockpit, but also the head-up display, which I can show you now. And there we go. So those are the options. I quite like this power view, so charge, eco, and power. And also it's nice to see the RPMs as well. And yeah, those are the options when it comes to the customization for those screens. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna go through all the details, but yeah, you also have the vehicle lighting, so you can adjust this, and access as well. You can also turn auto hands-free access, so it automatically unlocks the vehicle when the key is near, or locks when the key is moved out. I've turned it off now because of the filming, so I don't want the car to lock and unlock all the time when I am just showing you around. But this is definitely a useful feature, and if you use it, I think you should turn it on. And I think now we covered the details here of the system. Again, a lot of options. Everything is customizable. So you saw that we have different pages that are available, and then you also have this very clean design for the first page. There we go. So I think that's it. I will also show you now the panoramic sunroof. There we go. Also, I think we can move it further away, this cover. There we go. So you can enjoy this day. It's not sunny, but it's pretty warm. It's 16 degrees. Sun visors, hello there, with nice LEDs. And also for the passenger as well. Storage compartment here for your glasses. And then the lights, just tap this and they turn on. And before we move on to the rear bench, let me just show you the map, the navigation. So look at the attention to details. The buildings here in the center of Zagreb. Looks so nice. Stay tuned for the night drive. There you will be able to see. We will drive in the center of the city, and also I will have this map view. So looking forward to that. New Grandland is longer, higher, and wider than the predecessor, and that of course benefits both the passengers and the boot capacity. So now let's check out the space here at the rear bench. You can also notice the lovely pattern for the rear seats, and here decent amount of room in the door pocket. Now without further ado, let's jump inside. There we go. So this is the situation, and as you can see, plenty of space for me. I'm 1.87 meters. You have the storage here, 12-volt power supply, and USB ports. Let me just show you here. There we go, USB-C ports actually, as I can see. There we go. Then the air vents in the middle. Let me show you this. The armrest with the adjustable cup holders, which is always nice to see. Now let me show you the situation for my head. And this is the situation for my head. So as you can see, still some room left on 1.87 meters. Also have in mind that here we have the panoramic sunroof. And then if you don't spec this, you would have even more room. And yeah, definitely a big thumb up from me. I could sit here for hours. I'm really comfortable. And again, if you want even more room, then no sunroof. Personally, I would not get the sunroof because I'm not a fan of sunroofs in general. But yeah, I want to hear your thoughts. Would you spec it or not? And also these are convenient. So the hooks on both sides. And then this is also illuminated. Very nice indeed. Now let's talk about the powertrain options. There's a lot to choose from. This model features electrified drivetrain portfolio. Let's start with this hybrid 145. So it is the hybrid with 48-volt technology, 1.2-liter turbocharged petrol unit developed specifically for this hybrid, and the electrified dual clutch automatic transmission with 21 kilowatt electric motor. And then there's also the 48-volt battery, so that is the hybrid system of this particular model. You can also go for the plug-in hybrid with 195 horsepower, and then there are also 3 electric versions, so either 73 kilowatt-hour battery version, 82 kilowatt-hour battery, or the 97 kilowatt-hour battery that has the range of 694 kilometers. So those are some impressive numbers. And it's nice to see that you can choose between various options. Tell me in the comments which one would be your choice and which spec would be your choice for this car. Let me now do another walk around, this time with the lights turned on and the indicators as well. The lights are flickering just on the camera, of course. So you see here we have the LED indicators, and then this lovely new face of Grandland with the illuminated logo that looks so cool and will definitely be easily recognizable during the night. And let me show you how it looks from the rear. There we go. So indicators on the sides, of course, and illuminated Opel lettering and the connected taillights. So cool. Alright guys, so that was it. I hope you enjoyed this review. Do subscribe, as we are now going on a point of view drive, so stay tuned for that video and see you on the next one. Bye bye.